Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Busan for today's daily challenge, which will see some colors of destinations always be circles, and most destinations be double destinations. And hey, there's nothing wrong. We have created the perfect city. Game? Mini Motorways? Dinosaur Polo Club? Guys? Huh. I can draw roads. They don't appear to go anywhere. This could be a problem, actually. Let's, I think the map is slowly zooming out. Maybe we're playing on a slightly different time scale, right? Like, this is, aha! There we go. I was thinking maybe this was like played on the scale of the advancement of human civilization. So in like 15,000 years or whatever, we would finally start getting houses and businesses showing up. But nope. It just took a few days and then they were like, oh crap, we're late. Good morning, Moose513. Hope you are doing well. Oh, God. It is Thursday. We try to get back into the swing of things. There was no gimmimimim yesterday. Let's take our 2 bridges. Moose says the blue part is pavement. No, the blue part is land or whatever. It's fine. This yellow will swing up like so. Go off in that-a-way. A thatly direction, as we like to say. This pink has gone circular, which is unfortunate, but, you know, not the end of the world. It will be the end of the world. These, whenever you get 2 circles in a double plaza, it's like, here's your hard cap. Eventually, this parking lot is going to be the thing that kills everything. But hey, gives me a bit of creative freedom knowing that it's doomed to fail no matter what I do. Well, this isn't the worst thing in the world, actually, because we do have a whole bunch of bridges. So what I can do is just kind of bridge out this way for voop, voop, voop. We'll take these 2 down to here. Actually, wait, you're another circle. You're going to need plenty of support. So why don't we send 3 of you here? You're going to go that way. You're going to get sent this way. So now it's 4 and 4. 4 and 5 is fine. I'm just waiting to clear this bridge. Give me 40 road tiles. We'll need those. Boop. Off to boop. You're fine. Boop thusly, if you wouldn't mind. So yes, we are back. Yesterday there was no gimmimimim because I had to be on a Zoom call at 5 o'clock in the morning because somebody who lives in Japan, or is presently in Japan, I think. I don't think they live there. They might have moved there, but anyway, someone who is presently in Japan needed to be deposed as part of a lawsuit, and because of that, we apparently didn't have anybody available in Japan. So they told the East Coast folks, sorry, and made them get up super early. And it's me. Hi, I'm East Coast folks. It's me. We got a pink and yellow double plaza off this way. That's going to require some more pinkly traffic, like so, to go off like here. And then you, yellow, can do that. And let's start swinging these yellows off like this. Hopefully we'll get more yellows to spawn up along this northern corridor. Over here's not great. This pink placement isn't super. This is a little bit better. You can do that. Can I get like... Okay, you're good. I like you. Might steal this one to add a 5th going that way. Yeah, let's do that. We get this coming off here. This pink probably wants to be over that way. Actually, we can probably do that. Give me a motorway. That'll be good. Long-term health and viability of existence and all that. You go off onto the road like so. That shan't be a problem. You, buddy, yeah, you can spawn on this road. This pink is going to present a bit of an obstacle for the yellows coming off this way, but it should, broadly speaking, be fine. I could connect to this road to here, but no. No, I don't want to do that. If you go off like so, and then you voop and voop down to here. Voop, voop. Yeah, this gets a 4th house going down this way, which is nice. Not strictly speaking necessary, but it's okay. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Shoulder stretchy. Shoulder stretch E. Ow. You know what's annoying? Here's a statement. My favorite television program is All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. And more broadly speaking, my favorite, television media property at the moment is All Elite Wrestling. It's not having its, best time right now from a creative standpoint, but, broadly speaking, it's a good wrestling show. I like it, right? Let's pause that conversation temporarily while we figure out what to do with this nonsense. We've got to get this tealish greenish dude over to this business. And the problem is we don't have any bridges, so we can't do that very well. You know what I'm going to do? Just as a temporary fix, I'm going to yoink this bridge off of here. I'm going to draw motorway number 1. It's going to get me a bridge back. It's going to let me bridge this off to here, which is nice and solid and a thing that should be done. Now, unfortunately, we've got this purple business, which ain't connected to nothing and sort of needs folks. So, all of the purples live down here. Maybe I should have taken motorway. This circle can't really one house can't support a circle for any real amount of time, and most of a week counts as a real amount of time. So, here's a stupid idea. What if you go through this plaza and then into that business, and we just get whatever purples spawn over here to do that same exact bullshit? That's not going to work. I was going to say kind of going to work, but no, really the answer is that's not going to work. But hey, it's going to work for exactly 1 second, which is roughly how long we need it to work. These 2 cars just go through that plaza, come back over here. You will probably be mad soon. Yeah, well, listen, if we keep whining about it and we keep dithering about it, the clock's just gonna keep moving. It's already Sunday. You are gonna get mad and then get unmad when this car comes in. Behold, you have gotten mad and now you're unmad. And now you're mad and now you're unmad, and now I have 2 more bridges. Okay, so good news, I have 2 more bridges. Bad news, we have a whole bunch of problems. Okay, great, tremendous. I hate this. Let's do this then. First things first, we're going to take this purple off of this. That's not going to fly anymore. We're going to kill this. I've got 2, 3 purples right over here. You know what? We can reallocate these purples. You, and you. Come off this way. Go out. No. Draw the line straight, Goog. You go off like so. Bing, bang, boom. You go off into this business. That leaves the 1, 2, 3 of you. Boop, 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 like so. 4 of you to go support this circle. You know what? 3 of you, because you are also going off this way. This probably won't die. Next, we've got a pink right here. Its name is Pink Revere. You can, well, you could join this road, hook up this way, and then down here into this plaza, but we also have this guy down here to consider. So, let's do something much worse than that. We're going to kill this bridge. We're going to foop and foop. And we're going to bring yous over here with an eye toward avoiding that entirely. Okay. Now you are going to go here. We're going to do a traffic light right there. This is a perfectly placed traffic light. This pink will further support this circle business, which doesn't necessarily need to exist, but we'll get there. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's not bridge this. Let's instead refashion motorway number 1. Motorway number 1 will approach this business, this plaza from the west. Yes, that's much better. That's much better. These 3 pinks right here can have the bridge that goes over this way. But for now, use cans, do's, that's. And these blues, unfortunately, are just going to have to kind of staple themselves to this road. This is a bad intersection, but what are you going to do? Everybody go. All right. This motorway needs to sort itself out, please. Make with the outsorting. Doot and doot. Doot and doot. All of the blues come up this way. Get down here, get down here. It got down here. Now purples come up this way. Make sure this doesn't die. Now purples come up this way. Make sure this doesn't die. I cannot make a silly song because my mind's kind of fried. Hey, I made a silly song. All right, you go off here. I have a spare bridge and I have some light greens in need of travel. There we go. You, friend yellow, might as well approach this from that. There's no reason that won't work. It just occurred to me that I kind of needed that bridge. I had been earmarking that bridge for these pinks to get over to this circle, but, you know, I'm sure it's fine. It's completely and totally fine. Speaking of things that are completely and totally fine, returning to my point, so my favorite media property right now, broadly speaking, is All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. And All Elite Wrestling is kind of, sort of, really, you know, beholden to a certain media group because, well, Dynamite's on TBS and Collision, which is their other main weekly TV show, is on TNT. So they're sort of like really heavily in bed with Warner Brothers Discovery. You know, the same people who have made it fashionable for movie studios to cancel movies for tax write-off rather than just release the movies they made. Yeah, those people. You know, the sort of people who are just so bad and responsible for so much of the abject evil that happens in the media industry, especially not just like your bog standard garden variety evil. Garden variety evil, you can get that anywhere, honestly. It's not that special. But Warner Brothers Discovery is exploring new ways, very fancy, high-tech 21st century methods of evil and stupid that are just unique to this moment in time. And also, my favorite media property is kind of completely and totally beholden to them. So, it's good. It's great. I'm very happy with it. I wouldn't change the situation for the world, except perhaps to stop putting the world title and creative decisions in the hands of MJF, because MJF is a tremendously talented performer who has also booked himself into one of the stupidest fucking storylines in professional wrestling right now. It's fine. It's fine. I've decided that Kyle O'Reilly is the devil, which is a sentence that could be explained to the non-wrestling fan, but I don't want to. And the wrestling fans will know what I mean, so I've decided that Kyle O'Reilly is the devil. And I'm not going to elaborate further than that. This light green over here needs assistance. The simplest thing to do is to just draw a motorway from this house, this one little house right here, all the way up to there. And honestly, I could come up with a convoluted, stupid reason not to do that, but no, let's just do that. Okay, motorway number 2, up here to boom. Boopy doopy doo. There. You greens go off here. Oh, well, we need to move that motorway ever so slightly, like so. The 3, no, make it 4 of you will go support this green business. It's totally fine. Somehow, amazingly, nothing's on complete and total ass fire yet. There was a very important word in that sentence, and that word is yet. This pink circle right here is presently being kept afloat by this pink house, which, not sustainable. Not really sustainable. This yellow circle is also being kept afloat by one house, but it has a whole shitload of backup, right? It's got options. This pink circle, not so much. Also, this pink house has to go out and then irk itself like that just to get into this. Yeah, you can see that this is starting to fall apart, but you can also see that it's already Sunday afternoonish. So we're gonna be not great, but fine, because we're gonna get bridges. Those aren't bridges. Fuck. Give me a roundabout. I kind of really assumed that you would give me bridges this time. You didn't give me bridges. So it's a problem. It's not ideal. Fuck. Something I could do, which probably wouldn't help that much, is run. You know what I could do? I could, at least temporarily, take all of the purples in the road and just separate them. Well, actually deseparate them. Just take this purple situation and send. Now, instead of having 3 purples support a circle and 3 purples support this circle, which is kind of bad when you think about it, we could have 6 purples support 2 circles, which I will freely admit is worse. It's more bad. But now it's 7 purples. So we have 7 purples support 2 circles. And once this bridge clears itself off, which it just did, we take these 3 pinks right here and we restructurize them thusly, such that they swing out here, go up here, into this plaza. And that's going to create the unfortunate situation of all of these yellows having to do stuff, but oh look! More pinks are desperately in need of support. Lovely. That's tremendous. I'm so happy. It's actually okay, because we can redraw all of these yellows, like so. You go off that way. You go here. That opens up an avenue for you to do that, which in turn opens up an avenue for you to do that, which in turn opens up a way for motorway number 2 to approach this plaza from the south without interfering with the flow of traffic, which naturally, I mean, you can see this part coming, lets this pink and this pink pop over into here and support this business. Everything's coming up Goog House. This is a circle, so I'm going to keep it on 4. I think this one house can keep this pink business happy for at least a little while. It should, broadly speaking, be fine. All right. Oh, stretch my back. This situation right here kind of just ultra blows, but there's very little I can do about it at the moment. You've gone circular, which is unfortunate, but you do have 3 houses of support right here. I could theoretically do things differently with... Oh, look, a 4th. Fucking brilliant. I could do things differently with these greens and this plaza, but you know what? We'll take 2 bridges, and that's going to be fine. This purple situation was fine for the 12 minutes it needed to exist. It's pretty much in-game time, 12 minutes. But now that it's not necessary, let's take 4 of you. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. And doot you off like so. So the 4 of you go support that circle. The 3 of you maintain support of this circle. And everything's going to be fine. You know what I haven't plugged yet? Is anything. But more specifically, Subathon 7. Not just any Subathon 7, Final Subathon 7. In that it is the final Subathon that will be Subathon 7. Not that it is the final Subathon. It's probably not going to be the final Subathon. I like Subathons. They're fun. They're, you know, good silly event streams and also revenue generators. So listen, capitalism's a thing. This business over here has an awful lot of people going to it. This business way over here is way over here. So maybe it doesn't need all of those people. Maybe we can take, like, some of these people, like these people, and boop motorway number 2, and then reboop motorway number 2. Come over here, go over there, go over that away, this away, thusly even. Why don't you point down? Yeah, you point down. And you can be grabbed as well. We'll have 4 go off here, because this is more likely than not going to turn into a circle at some point. You come off this way, like so. Now, we do need to draw a kind of big, long, stupid, ridiculous green road. But the good news is we're never actually going to draw that road, because I can't draw the lines straight. Gah! Accidentally zoomed in, which probably would have helped with the drawing of the line straight. Hey, I found a reason for the zoom feature to exist. You go off this way into here. You just want to share this business? I don't think I like that. But I also don't see... yeah, there's no point to doing this because we can't do that. So we might as well do this. And that'll mean that this goes down like so. Now you've got a longer road going over to here, which isn't great, but we'll see if it needs to be adjusted. It probably needs to be adjusted. This is probably too long, but, you know. What are you gonna do except whine about it? So, Final Subathon 7 begins Saturday, January 6th at 8. It's all of the numbers that are around 7, I guess. But... this isn't a huge problem. We do have these blues kind of pulling double duty still with the support of this business. You know what? Actually, hold on. We don't need to do that anymore. Because pinks aren't going down there. The only things that are going down this way are these guys, right? So, what if we just took, like, that, and we kill, like that? There. So now these 3 tealish, greenish, bluish whatevers go foop and doop down thus. Give me a motorway. And these fuckers were to come up here and be the support system there. That seems sound logical, reasonable to me. Seems like it could work. Oh boy, purples. Well, we've got you 2. Hey, we've got you 3. That is enough to get a stew going. Let's take... actually, we're going to put the motorway here. We're going to do this and this and this, and also this and this and this. Y'all are going to come up this way, and then approach that plaza from the west, like so. Waboosh! You should be totally fine. This green situation is A-okay. So for Final Subathon 7, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy 7. Because, listen, it's Subathon 7. It seems like a good game to play. It is, in fact, a good video game. It's been a long time since I played the original Final Fantasy 7. I know I last played FF7 before I played the remake. Not like directly before as a comparison point, but like I know I haven't played the original FF7 since I played FF7 remake. So that would be going on, I'm going to ballpark it at 5 years since I really sat down and played the original FF7. That feels like a good starting point for the discussion, at least. This pink business over here is not necessarily the best thing, but it should be okay. We're going to take this pink, and you know what, this pink too, and we're just going to swing them. You need to cut that corner like so. You can get down here to the bottom of the world, and we'll run pinks off like this. Those pinks up like that. Maybe, hopefully, we'll get a handful of pinks to spawn in this part of the world, and we won't need this acre of road and disaster of bridge. But did you know that disaster is a unit of measurement? It's true. It's not true, but we're saying it's true. Did you know that disaster is a unit of measurement is the title of today's episode? That is true. Unless I say something funnier in the next half hour or so. I probably won't. Oh, let's see here. You there. Bluish, greenish, bitish fucks need to change your ways. Your evil, heartless ways. Why don't you come down this way? We'll do this and put a traffic light right there. So now these 4 tealy, bluish, greenish houses can support both of these businesses. That should be totally fine, except for the part where it's absolutely not fine. But, we don't have to worry about the part where it's absolutely not fine yet. I've got more green, which could theoretically come support you, but isn't going to. These pinks can join up here. They'll support this as it turns circular. Third pink, you know what? If I get a 4th pink on this road, I'm chopping this bridge and declaring everything fine. Give me a motorway. Being thusly possessed of a motorway, does that change my plan at all? You know what? I think it does. Well, first of all, you point south. Get more yellow support for this circle going. Alright. I've got a clump of green teals right here. Also got these 2 here. We're going to chop and screw. We're going to take off this road. This road doesn't need to exist anymore. Let's reposition everything to accommodate this. So you yellows come up this way and down that way. That's going to be fine. You yellows go off like so. So these yellows take a very wibbly road and eventually wind up over here. These 3 greens will take motorway number 4 down to here. Haha! This has just gone circular, which is an even better reason to slip the bonds of society or whatever. So we're gonna start playing Final Fantasy VII at 8 a.m. with a timer set for, 6 hours? I usually start my subathon timers at 4 hours, but no, we'll start this one at 6 hours. We'll start the timer at 6 hours, and we will add 5 minutes for a follow and 10 minutes for a sub, and I'm going to be doing the time adds manually for this subathon, mostly because I don't trust my marathon timer. I think my marathon timer has been adding too much time for each sub, so I'm going to be doing the time adds manually, which means we'll have all sorts of silly gimmicks baked right in. A bit a second or something like that. Let's do a roundabout, because I already have 2 traffic lights sitting around doing nothing. Now, granted, I do also have a roundabout sitting around doing nothing, but details. We don't need to worry about that. Okay. It looks like yellows are starting to get around to maybe being mad about stuff, which is unfortunate. This yellow business here could just be starting to fall behind because of the whole lack of proper support thing, but it's probably fine. This yellow business is also mad. Now, granted, it's also not properly supported because it's got only 5 houses and a very long road. So, dang it. I don't really have an answer for that. I just have an observation. I did get the 4th pink house I said would kill this bridge. So, you know what? Let's kill this. Yeah, this bridge is not in use. Okay. It's a good reason to kill that bridge. This poor pink house now is not doing anything, but oh well. We could... Well, I could pretty easily integrate this onto here. If I put this here, is that a good traffic light? Yes. Yes, it is, actually. If we put this house right here with a traffic light, that gets a 6th yellow house coming over to this circle, which might actually make the whole difference, given how close it is to existence. Kind of doubt that, but we'll see. Anyway, how do we get more yellow support for this? I've got these 2 yellow houses right here. I could just restructure this green road. Yeah, it seems simple and clean. That's the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let that go. You go over here. You approach this from the that. You don't get to do anything, actually. Well, no. Fuck. Didn't completely think that through. It should, broadly speaking, be fine. This business is going to get mad as it goes pretty unsupported for a while. But do I have a but? Or do I need to reconsider things? Because you're not going to get a new car until this green comes all the way down here. It's not even close to on fire yet. I think it's fine. Yeah, you come down here, you kill that bridge. We then redraw most of that bridge just a little bit further. This is one of those imagine if this was real construction in real life sort of situations. Imagine if someone built this ridiculous bridge and then 2 years later tore the whole thing down only to build another ever so slightly different one that served almost exactly the same function. That's the kind of civic waste that would get a mayor fired. It's a good thing Hulkamat's not here. Would be very mad at Mayor Goog right now. But, you know, the lime green lobby is doing that all by itself. Fortunately, here comes an influx of cash, by which I mean cars. They're basically the same thing. We'll take a motorway. Aside from this green situation, everything is pretty much okay right now. This pink business is starting to fall behind, but it did just get a little bit of support, I think. You know what? I've got 2 spare bridges. This whole situation over here is starting to get a wee tad untenable. So, in order to redraw this, we need to redraw. In order to redraw this, we need to redraw this. In order to redraw this, we need to redraw this. So, let's start by redrawing this. You will move exactly 1 tile west, and then do exactly the same thing. So, U's come off this way. That is going to free up. Let's also create a future situation where these purples can do whatever they want. So you go down there, you go over here. This is how pinks are going to get off that way. Now, my teal brethren will come over here. Y'all will... Foop. Oh, maybe not. I think the dream of uniting these purples is not actually going to happen. Sorry, purples. You come off here. You are going to be a bridge as soon as this car, I think, gets off of that bridge. Yep. So you're a bridge. You come over here, down there. Now, We're cooking with gas. So the 5 of you come over here, straight shot into that. The 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Actually, hold on. The 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Foop and dupe. The 1, 2, 3, 4 of you go over to here. And the 2 of you are down this way. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. You come over here, you kill that road, you get back into here. Samurai Sam was here first.
Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Even though Moose has been in the chat, Samurai Sam was here first. Good morning, Sam. Hope you are doing well. Do you know what is not doing well is this light, this tealish greenish circle right here. This tealish greenish circle right here is kind of fucked, actually. But, good news, I do have a way to save it, sort of. Sam thinks he's going to Samurai Slam me this morning. Listen, Sam, it took half a week for us to get a single business on the map, so we're kind of behind the 8 ball already. Also, you're better at this game than I am. There is that. So we're going to draw this silly little bridge right here. This silly little bridge right here is going to let... Okay, so that happened to you, too. Interesting. You're going to come over here. You're going to go down that way. This motorway has to fix itself before we replace it, like so. Okay. So now this is 5 of these teal greens. Why don't you point that away? That's, proper. You do that. Swing down over here. That's okay. Give me 2 more traffic lights. I've only got 1 of those. I've got 2 roundabouts I'm not using. You're a pink. You might as well staple yourself to that business. So now we have 5 greens going over here, which is a step in the right direction. Could I make another step? Not without another bridge. If I had another bridge, I could awkward and hoop and jump and stuff to get 2 more of these into here. Or, I do have a motorway. I could just motorway. We could just say, actually, fuck. Yeah, all of these yellows are going over to support this business. You know what? This pink house doesn't need to be doing what it's doing anymore. This bridge doesn't need to exist. This bridge just doesn't need to exist. All of this road, not that road. All of this road doesn't need to exist. All of it can go away. Boom, boom, boom. Traffic light gets killed. Motorway number 5, right there. Boom. Just like that. By doing that, I can take these, staple them there, and send more support over to this business. Hooray! Now then, you exist. I like you. Wish you had a friend. If you get 1 and exactly 1 friend, that'll allow me to kill motorway number 2, which is a very long motorway. Send, love and support and green guys right down into this business place right here. But we're not there yet. Instead, we've got this going off here. Okay. Ow, goodness, backy, stretchy, pain and such. Backy, stretchy, pain and such. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Backy, stretchy, pain and such. Ow, my fucking spine. Oh, my fucking spine. Ow, my fucking spine. Etc. You go off like there. That's another green going into here. A lot of green on this map. We got the light greens. We got the tealy greens. I've got a bridge. Give me a motorway. Motorways are like bridges, except they're better than bridges at being bridges. You know who could use a bridge, and by a bridge I mean a motorway, is this purple circle right here. This purple circle right here is kinda curve-fuckinated. Just a little bit. Now I could restructure things such that these greens were to... If I took this yellow off of this plaza, which There's no real reason for this yellow to be here, right? Okay, so follow me. If I take this yellow off of this plaza, that means I don't have to accommodate this yellow while dealing with this road, which means in turn, we can take these greens over to here and we can just do that. Samurai Sam wants me to remember Mike Rotunda, which is basically an excuse for me to talk about IRS, but hey, you know, it's fine. It's a wrestling gimmick. You, pinks, will do basically the same thing you've been doing. Pop yourself like here. I can't draw. Oh, I can draw this connection. Great. Okay, so the pinks make this connection. The greens make this connection. That's lovely. This allows this purple right here to join the fleet of purples that will be stapling themselves to motorway number 6 and swinging over here, suddenly providing primary support to the eastern end of this double plaza. Everybody go. Wait a second. Hold on. No, not the eastern end, the southwestern end. I thought that the purples were coming in from here. I was wrong. The purples are coming in from here. So listen, buddies, you're going to do this. You're going to come over here. You're going to come off this way. This is going to happen that way. Okay. Everything is fine, sort of. Mike Rotunda is a dude who had a very long career as a professional wrestler. Like, he really well respected in the industry. I think my Spotify how are the level balance between the Spotify and my music? I just glanced and it looks like the Spotify is too high, but you know, I don't trust myself. I can't monitor my own output because I don't have that fancy of an audio system. If I had all the money in the world, I would buy myself that fancy of an audio system, but I don't have that. Also, my yellows are on fire. So Mike Rotunda is a dude who had a really good career. He was an independent star. He was part of a really well-respected tag team. Samurai Sam found out about him because he saw a screenshot of an old wrestling game and saw a guy named IRS. I suspect that the game you saw was probably WWF Royal Rumble. I don't think he was in Raw. I think he was done as a character by the time Raw happened. WWF Royal Rumble was a fucking great video game. If you were, say, 7-year-old _Goog playing on your Sega Genesis, WWF Royal Rumble, a fucking tremendous, maybe not 7, more like 9. Let's say you're a 9-year-old _Goog playing on your Sega Genesis. WWF Royal Rumble, tremendous video game. What is not tremendous is the imminent death, not just soon, imminent death of this yellow plaza. The only thing we can really do is put motorway number 7 right here and just make this quicker. Like, this is going to be quicker to ferry traffic back and forth, but even then, I don't think we have the juice. I think we're in trouble, but we'll see. This yellow seems to have caught up all by its very own self, which is nice because I didn't do shit to save it. Good morning, Sunflare Space. So yeah, Mike Rotunda had a really good career. Hey, that thing, I keep getting distracted, but you know, that's my life. You can get rid of that. We'll feed these 2 greens right down into here. All of these greens can, for lack of a better thing to do, just kind of staple yourself to the road that goes up here and supports this green. That's going to be fine. Okay. As I keep trying to say, Mike Rotunda had a really good career, like a good long pro wrestling career. He was a guy who did pretty much everything that you could do. He was part of a great tag team. He was an independent wrestling star. He was a pretty big name in the pro wrestling industry for a very long time. Nobody fucking knows anything about it. Nobody remembers it. I don't know anything about it because it wasn't the wrestling I watched and it wasn't where I saw Mike Rotunda. Where I and everyone else saw Mike Rotunda was in the mid-90s character-driven era of WWF. And when I say character-driven, I don't mean the, present-day WWE, the Bloodline storyline, all of the infighting with Jimmy and Jay, and what does Solo think of all of this, and every Roman Reigns match takes half an hour and has 9 moves and they talk at each other. No. I mean a differently bad version. Samurai, you know what, Sam? It's funny. We'll get there. Mike Rotunda came to the WWF in an era where there was Doink the Clown, who was a clown and also a wrestler. There was The Goon, who was a hockey player and also a wrestler. There was T.L. Hopper, who was a plumber and also a wrestler. There was Duke the Dumpster Drozy, who was a garbage collector and also a wrestler. Sam, it is perhaps an accurate statement that Matt Bourne, the performer who most famously played that character, Matt Bourne's wife, boinks doink. So this green is on fire. Kind of a problem. It's not great. We can do 2 things about that. 1, we could draw a silly, stupid motorway. 2, we could staple these 3 greens to the business. Let's do both of them. We're going to take these 3 greens and we're going to draw a silly, stupid motorway. Silly, stupid motorway number 2, in fact. Also, we're going to add this one just into here because we can. So these greens are going to go up here. They're going to support this. They're going to add more fuel to this particular green fire. Green flame. Penny Arcade jokes. Oh, you died. I was just ready to move on. I thought I had saved you. Nope, you died. 4,720 commuters feels like a pretty good number, but probably not an amazing number. Is top 3 in the world, top 3% rather. Samurai Sam is top 3 in the world. Holy shit. Holy shit, Samurai Sam. Drop those Samurai Slams in the fucking chat. No doubt about it. Oh boy. Oh buddy. Oh friendos. 10,000 people, don't you know? That's a lot. That's a lot of folks in Busan there. I don't know why I'm doing my Minnesotan accent, but oh boy there, Sam. Oh boy. So, 7:47 already. Well, I don't have a heart out or anything. So, Mike Rotunda comes to the WWF rather, and he is given IRS, a tax man. Now, it's not just that he's IRS. In fact, his name was Erwin R. Shyster. Because, listen, you're already making fun of the concept of taxes. Why not just stick a little anti-Semitism in there just to tweak it on the nose a bit? Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, was a dude who wrestled in a short-sleeved white button-down shirt and black khakis and red suspenders. And as I recall, he had a necktie. I don't think he wrestled with the necktie on, but he definitely had the suspenders. And listen, even at this late stage of his career, Mike Rotunda was a pretty okay professional wrestler, and he was a tremendous heel. And listen, as necessary and important and underutilized for society as they are, nobody likes taxes. Like, taxes are not a popular concept. So, it's pretty easy to convince people that, tax collectors are bad, evil people, right? They're not, so to speak, great. There are none of the letters, and it's just a lovely start. So everybody fucking hated IRS. And as Samurai Sam has noted, there was a character in the WWF at roughly this time called the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, whose gimmick was that he had functionally infinite money, by which I mean $1 million. It was the 80s and the 90s, mostly the 80s actually. But, man, there's a lot of sedimenty crap at the bottom of this glass of water. Should probably change the filter on my kitchen sink. Wash my water bottle. Stop drinking this water. I'm gonna put that down and not touch it again. Anyway, we need to think of a word that this could be. It could be, you know what's a word that's going to get a couple of popularly used consonants and also a couple of vowels out of the way? We're just going to hit this and also that. And, what do you mean that's not a... Am I misspelling this word? Oh, there's two O's. I'm apparently misspelling that word, and also it's not as good a word if it has two O's. I thought it had a U. Son of a bitch. That's what I get. It could be split. There. It can't be split, actually, because there's no T. It could be splib. Splib isn't a word. Well, crud. It's not flush, but we've at least learned something. IRS, the evil tax collecting guy, and the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, the dude with all the money in the world, did not feud. They did not feud, not one single time. In fact, they were a tag team. They were the best of friends. They were, if you'll pardon the callback, bosom buddies. I know, right? It's so un-American for the rich to befriend the tax collector and use the tax collector as his ally. That has never happened in the history of America or indeed society, that the rich corrupt the tax collectors to go after other people when all the money the tax collector wants is sitting unused in the coffers of the rich. Ha ha! So yeah, Ted DiBiase and IRS were best of friends. They were tag team champions together. Money Inc., they called themselves. Good times for them. This all was just before my time. By the time I started watching and again playing WWF Royal Rumble, Ted DiBiase was a playable character in WWF Royal Rumble, but by the time I was playing the game, he was pretty much retired as a wrestler. The injuries had piled up and he could not wrestle anymore. He was a manager talker, and I don't really have that many memories of watching him because he jumped to WCW before I started watching WCW. Anyway, what are we doing here? It could be donut, except for the fact that there's a T in donut and no L in donut, so U isn't the third letter of donut. Forgotten Donut followed me on Blue Sky the other day. So, shout out a Forgotten Donut. Are there underscores, or is it just, I think it's just a Forgotten Donut. It's been a while since we sent a proper shout out to a Forgotten Donut. Go follow a Forgotten Donut. Tremendous streamer. Great fella. Alright. The fuck is this word? It could be... Well, Sammy's just sitting there in the box, all covered in frosting, or whatever donuts are covered with. It could be crap. It's probably not crap. Crap is a four-letter word that contains an R and an A and no L or U. These are all very good reasons that it isn't actually crap. What about L-O-U... Oh, wait, I'm typing in chat, not in Wordle. L-O-U... It's not lousy. Is this how Wordle spells loopy? Nope. Loudy? Loudy's a word. It's not, but we can pretend. No? Okay. Lound. That's what it is. It's lound. I'm sorry, what? Okay, first of all, it's either would or could, but what is lound? Hey, we solved the Wordle. It was wood. Okay. So, what's lound? Calm. Absence of wind. It's also a village and civil parish in East Suffolk. Oh, that's cool. How do you pronounce this? Is it lound? Is it lound? Dictionary.net.
Lound.
Lound. Calm and absence of wind. It's a nautical term, apparently. It's also a 19th century word. So, that's neat. All right, folks on YouTube, that is going to do it for today's episode. I try to keep these under an hour. I realize y'all have lives, but yeah, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's freer to subscribe on YouTube than to subscribe on Twitch. Folks on YouTube, that's going to do it. Folks on Twitch, I will indeed keep on streaming. We got stuff to do. Everybody on YouTube, today's Thursday, which means shit, I gotta schedule the episode. There will be a new episode of Final Fantasy Tactics. I just haven't scheduled it yet, but it'll be there.